This video will describe the regulatory requirements as pertain to state registration and licensing requirements, and NESC compliance using ethical engineering procedures for telecom companies attaching to rural electric cooperative overhead power lines. Engineering is legally defined in all jurisdictions, and rural electric cooperatives, telecom companies, and cooperative and telecom professional engineers have an ethical duty to comply with their state registration and licensing statute. Ethical engineering procedures require all required NESC calculations to be performed and documented in an engineering design document. The engineering design document is then reviewed and approved by the cooperative professional engineer and affixes their seal and signature before the telecom company can attach to cooperative power poles. This is a common procedure used in the engineering industry. The engineering design document requires 7 critical calculations to determine NESC compliance on joint-use installations. These calculations include the telecom attachment measurement from the critical electric object, the telecom attachment measurement from the distribution neutral, the mid-span clearance between the distribution neutral and telecom cable, the vertical ground clearance under loaded final conditions for the telecom cable, the telecom initial and final sag and tension information, percent utilization on distribution power poles with joint-use attachments, and the percent utilization on cooperative guy schemes where telecom increases the loaded design tension by not having their own guy schemes installed. There are 3 critical areas on new and existing joint-use attachments that need to be addressed to ensure state registration compliance. The first includes new joint-use installations that require an engineering design document to verify, and document required NESC calculations were performed, and proposed installations comply with required regulations. This includes 4 critical steps. The first step requires the telecom professional engineer to identify the location or pole number where joint-use facilities will be attached, and telecom sag and tension charts based on the true ruling spans for each line section. The second step requires the cooperative professional engineer to develop an engineering design document and provide the telecom professional engineer with an estimated cost to correct any NESC violation caused by the proposed joint-use attachments. After the telecom professional engineer agrees to the terms of the design, the cooperative professional engineer will affix the seal and signature to the design and send a copy to the telecom professional engineer for joint-use installation. In the final step, the cooperative professional engineer will perform a final field inspection after the joint-use attachments are completed, to determine if the joint-use attachments are installed in the correct locations. If not, the engineering design document will be revised to determine if any NESC violations were created, and if not, affix the seal and signature to the final engineering design document. The second critical area is to identify existing joint-use installations that are not supported by a professional engineer-approved engineering design document, regardless if NESC violations exist or do not exist. The first step is to make a field trip to obtain an as-built of the distribution power line and telecom joint-use attachment locations. The telecom cable ruling span and final ruling span sag will also need to be determined. In the second step, the cooperative professional engineer will inform the telecom professional engineer of the alleged regulatory violation and provide the telecom cable ruling span and final ruling span sag. The telecom professional engineer will then develop the telecom sag and tension charts. In the third step, the cooperative professional engineer will develop the engineering design document and will either affix the seal and signature if compliance with NESC requirements or notify the telecom professional engineer to make necessary NESC corrections. The third critical area includes filing a complaint to the State Board of Engineering on the telecom professional engineer if the telecom company performs joint-use attachments on cooperative power poles without a professional engineer-approved engineering design document. This will commence directly after the telecom professional engineer is put on notice on the regulatory requirements. The State Board of Engineering will perform an investigation on existing engineering records, and if appropriate, have a formal hearing with the telecom professional engineer. By following these ethical engineering procedures, the cooperative and telecom companies will be complying with state registration and NESC requirements.